Richmond International Airport just recently celebrated 95 years of existence. We were one of the first community or civic type airports along the East Coast. The airport has a pretty interesting history. I mean, when it opened up, it was a big deal. I mean, I think there had been lots of smaller air facilities or airport type facilities around the community, but this was like a real consolidation. And at that time, 300 acres was a big airport, and that's what it was back then. And day one, you literally on the podium had a hero, Admiral Richard Evelyn Byrd, Medal of Honor winner, flew over the North Pole, explored Antarctica. First official visitor on that day in October 1927, Charles Lindbergh, with the Spirit of St. Louis. And that was only about 5 or 6 months after his Atlantic Ocean crossing. We started to see, from my understanding, that we had some passenger service in the early 30s. The airport quickly transitioned during World War II to support the war effort, and essentially became a military facility and rapidly expanded. So that 300 acres became, a couple thousand plus. But after the war was over and the war was won, eventually it was returned back for civilian use.
Your departure from the Richmond International Airport rescues caution, proceed westbound on course, wind 22010.
If you look at it just over the last couple of decades, we've gone from having a really small terminal, almost like a cigar box is what it felt like, next to 2 large parking garages. And then in the early 2000s, we started to build the terminal that we stand in today. So we're under, a ceiling that goes up about 70 feet. And it's got that barrel top to it, and easily able to accommodate 4.5 million passengers. We probably could go maybe a third above that before we even have to think of more expansion. But we saw additional garages come on. We've built taxiways, we've built roadways around here, we built an air traffic control tower. So if you add all that up, I believe you're well north of $500 million of investment, but it's really an economic development generator. So for people that live in this region, it's their access to every corner of the country and every corner of the globe. So get on a plane, go somewhere, very shortly we'll have you there. It's also a means for the world to come visit us. So it's the fastest way to do that, so it's important. If you had to put a number on it, my understanding, according to the Commonwealth of Virginia, we see an annual economic impact of about $2.1 billion. All the activities and how it spreads out, the shopping and accommodations and use of services, it creates, we're told, about 16,000 jobs in the Richmond region. Well, I can only speak to the last couple of decades, but it's been great to watch this airport grow up. Just the fact that we've been able to attract additional air service into the market and make it much more friendly for a lot more people to come and go from this facility has been a wonderful development. We're all very proud of it, and we hope to just keep doing better and more.